My name is Mike Winarick. On November 1st, last 2024, my wife had a doctor appointment at Madigan for the afternoon, so we were going to take off from home a little bit early. I was going to take her to a couple stores in Lakewood. And my wife decided that she was done after one store. I'm like, we got 3 hours left. Went back to Madigan, parked in the parking lot. She was reading and listening to music, and I says, I'm going to go up to the medical mall, to pharmacy, to use the restroom and pick up your prescriptions, and then I'll come back and get you. So I got out and walked up to the hospital and went through the glass doors. So I started for the restroom. The next thing I know, I woke up and I was in a hospital bed looking at the letters ICU-1. And I'm like, what am I doing in a hospital bed in the ICU? I looked over and I saw my wife and son talking to a guy in an Army uniform. The man got up and he walked over and he had this brilliant smile on his face. And he says, Mike, I'm Chaplain Armstrong. It's so wonderful to see you alive and talking. Do you remember what happened? And I said, but walked in the building and I woke up in a hospital bed. He said, you had actually made it in the restroom when you came. I was waiting for you to come out. And when you came out, you collapsed to the floor right in front of me. There were two doctors just a few feet away. One of the doctors jumped on my body and started CPR chest compressions. Within seconds, there were doctors and nurses everywhere. He said they just came out of the woodwork. One of the cardiologists was one of the first on the scenes. I was a spectacle in the foyer there, but they managed to hit me with the defibrillator paddles, and they got my heart started, and then they hauled me off to the emergency room. The blessings of this is I was unconscious for over 4 hours. I had no clue what had happened. My wife was in the car, so she had no idea what had happened. And Ecclesiastes, Solomon tells us about God has a time for everything under the sun, a time to live and a time to die. In Psalm 145, it says, give praise to the Lord, give all glory to his majesty, proclaim to your children his great wonderfulness. He used you doctors and nurses, but God rescued me. Our God is not a one and done God. He's an eternal God. You will probably have some dark times in your life, but your hope is in the bright future with Jesus in heaven. We need to lean into Jesus, and God will take us through any and every situation we run into.